The silk drapes like water between my fingers as I hold it to the light, watching how it catches the morning sun streaming through my studio windows. This is the fabric that's going to change everything. I can feel it in my bones, in the way my heart speeds up when I imagine these designs walking down the runway. Earth to serenity. Sarah's voice cuts through my daydream. She's perched on my drafting table, dark hair falling over one eye as she peers at my sketches. These are absolutely incredible. The way you've worked the pleating here. Her finger traces the lines reverently. I beam at her praise. Sarah's been my rock through every up and down of building this collection. You really think they're ready? Ready? They're beyond ready. The buyers are going to lose their minds. She hops down, her bracelets jingling as she grabs my shoulders. This is your moment, babe. Everything we've worked for. I pull her into a tight hug, breathing in her familiar jasmine perfume. I couldn't have done any of this without you. Please, this is all you. I'm just the cheerleader with the occasional good idea. She winks, gathering her things. Speaking of which, I've got that meeting with the investors. Wish me luck. Break a leg, I call after her, turning back to my workspace with a smile. My phone buzzes, another message from Flynn asking about dinner plans. I'll answer him later. Right now, these final adjustments need my full attention. Hours slip by as I lose myself in the work. The sun's setting when my phone starts blowing up with notifications. Probably Flynn getting impatient. But when I glance at the screen, my blood turns to ice. Congratulations to Sarah O'Brien on her groundbreaking debut collection. The headline swims before my eyes. Below it, my designs, modeled against a stark white backdrop. The pleating I spent months perfecting. The signature neckline that took weeks to get just right. Even the silk, the exact shade I'd special ordered. My hands shake so badly I can barely scroll through the article. Words jump out at me. Innovative new designer, fresh perspective, fashion's rising star. This has to be a mistake. Some kind of terrible mix-up. I hit Sarah's number on speed dial, straight to voicemail, again. A text notification pops up from an unknown number. Check your email. I open my inbox with trembling fingers. There it is, a message from Sarah's new company email. The logo at the bottom matches the one in the article. Her title reads, Creative Director. The room spins as I sink to the floor, my legs giving out. The silk I was holding earlier slides down with me, pooling like spilled blood around my feet. All those late nights, all those conversations about our dreams, our future, every secret I ever shared with her. My phone buzzes again. Another text from the unknown number. Don't read tomorrow's paper. Trust me on this one. The bile rises in my throat as the full weight of what's happening crashes over me. This isn't a mistake. This is methodical, calculated. The meeting with investors, the way she's been too busy to grab coffee lately. The questions about my production timeline. My best friend didn't just steal my designs. She stole my life. And tomorrow's paper is going to make it official. I haven't slept. How could I? Every time I close my eyes, I see Sarah's face. Not the betrayer from yesterday's article, but my Sarah. The one who held my hand through my first panic attack before a student showcase. Who brought me soup when I had the flu. Who knew exactly how I take my coffee and why I'm terrified of elevators. The sun's barely up when my phone rings. Ainsley. Of course she's already seen it. I'm coming over, she says before I can speak. Don't move. I'm still in yesterday's clothes when she arrives, clutching two massive coffees and wearing the fierce expression that made her the youngest creative director at her firm. She takes one look at me and sets the cups down. Have you talked to her? I laugh, but it comes out more like a sob. She won't answer my calls, but she's all over Instagram celebrating her breakthrough collection. My voice cracks on the last words. We need a lawyer, Ainsley says, already pulling out her phone. I know someone who... A knock at the door cuts her off. My heart stops. Through the peephole, I see Sarah, looking perfectly put together in a cream blazer, one I helped her pick out last month. I know you're in there, Serenity. Her voice is steady, professional, like we're business acquaintances. We need to talk. Ainsley grabs my arm as I reach for the door. Don't. But I have to know. Have to hear her say it to my face. Sarah sweeps in like she owns the place. Maybe she thinks she does. I was hoping to do this more diplomatically. Diplomatically? The word tastes like poison. Like how you diplomatically stole my entire collection? I elevated your concepts. She examines her manicure, the same shade of red she borrowed from me last week. Let's be honest, you never would have known what to do with them. You're too small time. The room tilts. Small time? I taught you everything you know about design. Those pleats you're so proud of? I spent 3 years perfecting that technique. And now they'll actually be seen by people who matter. Her smile is almost pitying. I did you a favor. You were never going to make it on your own. Ainsley steps forward, but I'm faster. My coffee cup flies from my hand before I realize I've thrown it. Sarah dodges, but brown liquid splashes across her perfect blazer. You psychotic bitch! She shrieks, grabbing her bag. My lawyer will be in touch. And Serenity? She pauses at the door. I'd be careful about making accusations you can't prove. Remember what happened to June when she tried to take on Morris and Shaw? The door slams. I sink to my knees in the coffee puddle, shaking. June? Ainsley's voice is sharp. What about June? June. My old classmate who disappeared from the industry last year after claiming a major design house stole her work. The lawsuit that vanished overnight. The whispers about blacklisting. My phone pings. Another unknown number. Want to know what really happened to June? Meet me at the Black Cat, 9 p.m. Come alone. Ainsley reads over my shoulder. It's a trap. Maybe. I stand up, coffee soaking through my jeans. But June lost everything trying to fight them alone. My hands clench into fists. I won't make the same mistake. Serenity, I'm going. The rage crystallizes into something cold and clear. And I'm going to burn Sarah's whole empire down. The Black Cat is exactly the kind of place Sarah would hate. All exposed brick and mismatched furniture, nothing sleek or Instagram-worthy. My hands won't stop shaking as I push through the door, scanning the dim interior. A man in a charcoal suit waves from a corner booth. He's older than I expected, with silver threading through his dark hair. Nestor Stone, he says, extending his hand. I believe we have a mutual interest in Sarah O'Brien's downfall. I slide into the booth. What do you know about June? Straight to business. Good. He slides a manila envelope across the table. June found proof that Morris and Shaw had stolen her designs. Unfortunately, she trusted the wrong person with that information. My throat tightens. Sarah. Before she was targeting you, Sarah was their inside source. She warned them about June, helped them bury the evidence. He taps the envelope. But June was smarter than they knew. She kept copies. Inside are photos, emails, sketches, a paper trail of theft and intimidation. My hands tremble as I read. Why didn't June use these? They threatened her family's business, small import company, suddenly drowning in random customs audits. Nestor's smile is sharp. But you don't have those vulnerabilities. Why help me? Let's say Sarah has made enemies in many corners. He pulls out his phone, showing me a banking app. I'm prepared to fund your legal fees. All I want is to watch her fall. It feels too easy. What's the catch? Smart girl. The catch is timing. We move too soon, she'll bury the evidence. Too late. He shrugs. Well, you've seen how quickly she works. My phone buzzes. Flynn. Where are you? I'm worried. I ignore it. What's our next move? There's a charity gala next week. Sarah will be presenting her collection, the perfect venue to expose her. She'll have security. You'll have this. He slides a small USB drive across the table. Everything you need to access her private files. One download and... Serenity? I freeze. Flynn stands by our table, concern etched on his face. I tracked your phone. After what happened? His eyes narrow at Nestor. What's going on? Business meeting, Nestor says smoothly, standing. Think about my offer, Ms. Lucas, but don't take too long. He disappears into the crowd. Who was that? Flynn slides into the booth. And don't say nobody. I know that look. That look? The one you get before you do something either brilliant or terrible. He reaches for my hand. Talk to me. I pull away. There's nothing to talk about. Really? Because that guy looked like trouble, and after everything with Sarah, you don't get to tell me how to handle Sarah. The words come out sharper than intended. I'm not. I just... He runs a hand through his hair. I can't watch you destroy yourself over this. Then don't watch. I grab my bag, the USB drive heavy in my pocket. I need to do this my way. Serenity? But I'm already walking away, pushing through the crowd. Outside, my phone lights up with a text from Nestor. One more thing. Check Sarah's recent money transfers. Follow the payments to Morris and Shaw. I lean against the cold brick wall, heart pounding. The path ahead is clear now, but Flynn's worried face haunts me. He's right. This could destroy everything. But Sarah already destroyed everything. At least this way, I choose how the flames spread. Rain drums against my laptop as I follow the money trail. 3 a.m., and I'm still digging through the files Nestor's USB drive unlocked. Each new discovery feels like another punch to the gut. The transfers to Morris and Shaw are just the beginning. There's a whole network of betrayals, each one meticulously planned. My phone lights up. Flynn again. 14 missed calls since the bar. I silence it just as a new email notification pops up. From Sarah O'Brien. Subject, one last chance. My cursor hovers over delete, but I open it anyway. I know you're planning something for the gala. Don't. You have no idea what you're walking into. Meet me at our old spot, 10 a.m., come alone, or everything gets worse. Our old spot, the corner table at Rosemary's where we planned our futures over endless cups of coffee. Where Sarah first showed me her sketches, hands shaking as she asked if they were good enough. I shouldn't go, but I need to see her face when I tell her what I found. The cafe looks exactly the same. Sarah's already there, wearing one of my designs like a battle flag. My design, but with her label stitched inside. You came. She pushes a coffee toward me, made exactly how I like it. The familiar gesture feels like a slap. Found your transfers to Morris and Shaw. I keep my voice low. Interesting timing, right before June's lawsuit disappeared. Something flickers in her eyes. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. June threatened their reputation, so you helped them destroy her. Just like you're trying to destroy me. I'm trying to protect you. She leans forward. You think Nestor Stone is your friend? He's using you. He's been trying to take down Morris and Shaw for years. At least he's honest about his intentions. Is he? She pulls out her phone, slides it across the table. Look at his real investment portfolio. My stomach drops as I read. Nestor doesn't just want to expose Sarah. He's positioning to take over Morris and Shaw once the scandal breaks. I'm just another piece in his game. You could have come to me, I whisper. If Morris and Shaw were threatening you. They weren't threatening me. Sarah's laugh is bitter. They were offering me everything we ever dreamed of, but they only wanted one of us. So you chose you. I chose survival. She reaches for my hand. I pull away. Join me. There's still time. We could do this together, just like we planned. For a moment, I see it. The future we mapped out at this very table. But it's tainted now, stained with June's tears and Sarah's betrayal. You're right about one thing. I stand up, my coffee untouched. I don't understand, and I never want to. Serenity, wait. My phone buzzes. Nestor. Got something you need to see. Your sister's been busy. Sister? I don't have a... The realization hits like lightning. Ainsley, the way she pushed for legal action, her connection to Morris and Shaw. What did you do? I turn back to Sarah, but she's already gone. Through the window, I watch her climb into a familiar car. Ainsley's car. The pieces click into place. Why Ainsley appeared so quickly after the news broke. Why she was so interested in June. She's not just my mentor. She's been Sarah's all along. My hand's steady as I text Nestor back. I'm in, whatever it takes. Because now it's not just about my designs. It's about every dream they poisoned, every truth they twisted. and I'm done playing by their rules. The gala invitation feels heavy in my hands, 2 days away. My finger traces the embossed letters announcing Sarah's breakthrough collection. Nestor's plan sits in my inbox, each step calculated for maximum damage. All I have to do is follow the script. A knock startles me. Flynn stands in my studio doorway holding a paper cup from our favorite coffee place. Peace offering? He steps inside cautiously. I know you're not answering my calls, but I can't talk about this right now. I turn back to my desk, but he sets the coffee down in front of me. Actually, you can, because I just got an interesting call from Ainsley. My head snaps up. What did she say? That you're working with Nestor Stone. That you're planning something dangerous. He leans against my desk. She's worried about you. I laugh, the sound sharp as broken glass. Worried about me? Or worried I'll expose her part in all this? What are you talking about? Ainsley's been working with Sarah the whole time. She's part of Morrison Shaw's inner circle. The words taste like acid. Some mentor, right? Flynn's quiet for a long moment. Did Nestor tell you that? He showed me proof, financial records, meetings. Like he showed you proof about June? Flynn pulls out his phone, pulls up an article. June's doing fine, by the way. She's designing in Paris now. Never had any lawsuit with Morrison Shaw. That's impossible. I saw the documents. You saw what Nestor wanted you to see. He hands me his phone. He's not taking down Morrison Shaw. He's trying to manipulate their stock price before a hostile takeover. You're just his smokescreen. My hands shake as I read. Everything's there. Nestor's real business dealings, his history of corporate manipulation. No mention of June or any lawsuit. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? I tried, but you weren't ready to listen. He touches my shoulder gently. You're so focused on revenge, you can't see who's really manipulating you. But Sarah still stole my designs. That's real. Yes, it is. And she should pay for that. He squeezes my shoulder. But destroying yourself to destroy her? That's exactly what both Sarah and Nestor want. My phone buzzes. Nestor, confirming final details for the gala. Each step designed to humiliate Sarah publicly, permanently, just like I wanted, didn't I? I don't know how to stop, I whisper. I'm in too deep. Then let me help. Flynn pulls up another screen. Because there's something else you need to see. It's an email chain between Sarah and Morrison Shaw, dated before she stole my designs. My heart stops as I read her words. I won't do it. Find someone else to destroy her. Then another, weeks later, you can't threaten my family, I'll give you what you want. Her family? I look up at Flynn. Her brother's medical bills. Morrison Shaw offered to cover them, but only if Sarah delivered them a promising new designer. You. The room spins. So when she said she was trying to protect me, keep reading. The final email makes my blood run cold. From Nestor to Morrison Shaw. Once Serenity publicly accuses Sarah at the gala, the scandal will tank your stock. She's the perfect weapon, talented, sympathetic, and too blinded by betrayal to see the truth. I stand up so quickly my chair crashes backward. The gala's in 2 days. If I go through with Nestor's plan, you'll destroy Sarah, yes, but you'll also give Nestor exactly what he wants. Flynn's eyes meet mine. So what are you going to do about it? My hands steady as clarity hits. I'm going to the gala, but not for revenge. This time, I'm going for the truth. The gala's tomorrow, and I'm standing in Ainsley's office watching her face as she reads the emails Flynn found. Each scroll of her finger feels like an eternity. So, I say when she finally looks up. Want to tell me the real story? You shouldn't be here. She glances at her office door. If anyone sees you, I'm done hiding. I lean forward. Did you know? About Sarah's brother? About Nestor? She closes her eyes briefly. Not at first. By the time I figured it out, she gestures helplessly. I was trying to protect you both. By lying to me? By keeping you from doing something that would destroy your career. She stands, pacing. You think this industry forgets? One public scandal and you're done. I've seen it happen. Like it happened to you? She freezes. What? I did some digging of my own. Found an old article about a promising designer who accused Morris and Shaw of theft 10 years ago, right before you joined them. Her laugh is hollow. I wondered if you'd find that. What did they offer you? The same thing they offered Sarah, survival. She turns to face me. This industry eats people alive, Serenity. Sometimes survival means compromise. It means becoming the monster. My voice shakes. How many others? How many designers did you help them destroy? I guided them to safer paths. She reaches for me, but I step back. Like I'm trying to do for you now. Walk away. Let this go. My phone buzzes. Nestor. Everything set for tomorrow. Remember, timing is crucial. Another text follows immediately. Sarah, please don't do this. There's more at stake than you know. I can't walk away, I show Ainsley the texts, but I'm not following anyone's script anymore. They'll destroy you. Maybe I head for the door, or maybe it's time someone told the truth, no matter the cost. Wait. She grabs a file from her desk. If you're really doing this, you should know everything. Inside are more emails, contracts, a whole web of corruption spreading through the industry. Names I recognize, designers who disappeared, others who suddenly changed their stories. Morris and Shaw isn't just a design house, Ainsley says quietly. They're gatekeepers. They decide who succeeds, who fails, and they never lose. Until now. I take a photo of each document, because tomorrow, everyone learns exactly how they operate. Serenity. My phone rings. Flynn. Turn on the news, he says without greeting. I grab Ainsley's remote, flip to the fashion channel. Sarah stands at a podium, cameras flashing. Due to personal circumstances, I'm postponing tomorrow's collection launch. Her voice is steady, but I see the terror in her eyes. My brother's condition has worsened, and family must come first. The camera pans to show Nestor in the audience, his smile predatory. He knows she's trying to derail his plan, and I know what comes next. They'll hurt her brother, I whisper, to force her to show tomorrow. They already have. Ainsley shows me her phone, a text from Sarah. They're stopping his treatments. Please help. My hands clench into fists. New plan. We're not waiting for tomorrow. What are you thinking? I dial Flynn's number. Get Sarah and meet me at the Black Cat, 1 hour. I turn to Ainsley. You too, it's time we all choose sides. They'll come after all of us. Good. I grab my bag, because I'm done playing defense. Let them come. This time we'll be ready. The Black Cat feels different at midnight, darker, more dangerous. Sarah sits across from me, her perfect composure finally cracked. Flynn and Ainsley flank us like guards, while my laptop streams every document we've gathered to a secure server. 10 minutes until the story goes live, Flynn says, checking his phone. Every major fashion blog, plus 3 mainstream news outlets. Sarah's hands shake as she reads the final draft. They'll still hurt him. No, they won't. I pull up the hospital transfer documents. Because while they're dealing with this scandal, your brother will be safely in treatment at Mount Sinai. Paperwork's already done. How did you... Let's say Nestor's not the only one with powerful friends. Ainsley's smile is fierce. My old contacts came through. Sarah's eyes fill with tears. I never wanted... The door chimes. Nestor walks in, flanked by 2 Morris and Shaw executives. My heart pounds, but I force my voice steady. Right on time. Serenity. His smile doesn't reach his eyes. I'm disappointed. We had a plan. Your plan, not mine. I stand. It's over, Nestor. The story's already uploaded. To a server we control. One executive steps forward. Did you really think we wouldn't monitor your activity? My blood runs cold. Flynn grabs my hand under the table, squeezes once. Our signal. Actually, I say, I was counting on it. Ainsley's phone dings. Right on schedule. What was that? Nestor snaps. Confirmation that the real story just went live. From my personal blog. I turn my laptop to show them. The one with 2 million followers. The one you didn't know about. Impossible. Check your phones, Flynn says quietly. It's trending. They scramble for their devices. I watch their faces as they read, not just Sarah's story, but all of it. Every designer they've threatened, every career they've manipulated, every corrupt deal, including Nestor's attempted takeover. You can't prove any of this, Nestor snarls. Those hospital bills you used to blackmail Sarah? I pull up the records. Interesting how they all trace back to shell companies you control. The FBI is very interested in that money trail. The color drains from his face. Here's what happens next, I continue. Sarah's brother gets his treatment. Every designer you've threatened gets their freedom back. And you? I smile. You get to explain to your shareholders why your stock is plummeting. You're finished in this industry, the executive hisses. Maybe. I stand straighter. But at least I'll be finished on my terms, with my integrity intact. Serenity, Sarah whispers. I'm so sorry. I know. And looking at her now, I finally do. We'll figure it out. Nestor lunges for my laptop, but Flynn's faster. In the chaos that follows, I hear sirens approaching, right on time. That'll be the FBI, Ainsley says calmly. They're very interested in financial fraud cases these days. As agents flood in, I watch Nestor and the executives being led away. Sarah grabs my hand. What happens now? I think about the designs they stole, the ones that started all this. They don't matter anymore. What matters is what I create next, on my own terms. Now, I squeeze her hand. Now we start over, the right way. Through the window, I see camera flashes starting. By morning, everything will change. The industry will never be the same. But for the first time since this started, I'm not afraid. Because the truth? It looks beautiful in any light. The silk feels different under my fingers now, stronger somehow. I smooth it across my workbench as morning light streams through my new studio windows. The space still smells of fresh paint and possibility. My phone buzzes with another interview request about the Morris and Shaw scandal. I'll let Ainsley handle it. She's better at the press anyway. Since the story broke, she's become the industry's fiercest advocate for designer protection laws. The door chimes. Sarah stands awkwardly in the entrance, holding 2 coffee cups. Your favorite, she says softly, if you still drink it the same way. Some things don't change. I take the cup, breathe in the familiar scent. How's Marcus? The doctors say he's responding well to treatment. She traces the edge of my workbench. I still can't believe you did that for him, for us, after everything. I did it for all of us. I gesture to the walls, covered in sketches. Not just mine, June's are there too, and pieces from other designers Morris and Shaw tried to silence. This is bigger than our fight now. The Design Collective. Sarah nods at the sign above my door. It's a beautiful idea, giving people a safe place to create. Want to see something? I pull out my latest sketches, not the ones that were stolen. These are completely new. Sarah's eyes widen as she takes them in. Serenity, they're beyond anything you've done before. Because they're truly mine. I pin them to the wall. No fear, no compromise, just pure creation. The door chimes again. Flynn enters carrying garment bags, followed by June and 3 other designers I've recently met, each carrying their own work, their own dreams. Ready for the meeting? Flynn asks, kissing my cheek. Almost. I turn to Sarah. Stay, not as my enemy or my friend, but as another artist trying to rebuild. She blinks back tears. You'd trust me again? Trust is earned. I hand her a sketch pad. But everyone deserves a chance to create something real. As the others set up, I step back and watch. June sharing techniques with a newcomer. Flynn arranging the space for our first collective showcase. Sarah, hesitantly at first, then with growing confidence, adding her own vision to our shared wall. My phone buzzes one last time. A text from Nestor's lawyer. Client willing to settle. Name your price. I smile as I type. Tell him to watch our showcase next week. The price is seeing real artists succeed without his games. Everything okay? Flynn asks, noticing my expression. Perfect. I pin my final sketch to the wall. a design that incorporates elements from everyone in the room. Not a single voice drowning out the others, but a harmony of creativity. This is what they never understood. What Sarah learned the hard way, what Nestor could never grasp. True beauty isn't born from destruction or manipulation. It comes from having the courage to create something honest, something real. I pick up my pencil and begin to sketch again, adding to our collective story. Around me, other artists do the same, each voice distinct but contributing to something larger. This is my revenge, not destroying what hurt me, but building something stronger in its place. Something that can never be stolen because it belongs to all of us, and we're just getting started.